Welcome to Corporate Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vande Aham Shri Guru Shri Uttamadakammalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijanasamritam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitham. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांतन राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी शुभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So we were discussing 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the divine and demoniac qualities. Just hold on for a few seconds. Just hold on for a few seconds. Okay. The divine demonic qualities. We went through list and these were the divine qualities. This will lead to um, okay. This will lead to liberation. Okay. This will lead to first mode of goodness, then to liberation. Then the list of demonic qualities, that is asuric qualities: pride, arrogance, conceit, harshness, and ignorance. Okay, these are demonic qualities, asuric. These will lead to what? Animal life, plant life, repeated birth and death. Now, in this, Krishna, uh, he expands the meaning of, how these people they think. Okay, so we went through a lot of that, and one of the statements that stuck was this one. Can someone read this line?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Shall I read?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. The demoniac person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So, this is how the demoniac persons they think. And what basically happens to them? They basically fall down to hell. So I think this one we completed. Okay. This one we didn't complete then. We completed till 15 only. अनेक चित्त विभ्रांत मोह जल समावृतः प्रकाशत काम भोगेषु पतंति नरकेषु च. 1 minute. Where is it? Thus perplexed by various anxieties and bound by networks of illusion, they become too strongly attached to sense enjoyment and fall down into hell. Okay, so such people, right, they basically go to hell. And from there, they start taking animal bodies, reptile bodies, and so many things. A demoniac man knows no limit to his desire to acquire money. They think I have to just keep on acquiring money legally, illegally, however I want. Okay, however I want. I won't think of whether it harms any person or any or the resources. He simply wants to enjoy. He thinks that is unlimited. He thinks only of how much assessment he has now and schemes to engage that stock of wealth further and further. For that reason, he does not hesitate to act in a sinful way and so deals in a black market for illegal gratification. These are very practical things that we see in today's world, right? In black market and illegal things. Recently, there was a scheme that was caught. So, for cancer treatment, right? The injections that they cost something like 30,000, 40,000, 1 lakh rupees. Okay, so there were these nurses in that hospital who would gather all the empty vials of these injections, and they would fill it with some medicine, okay, and sell it in the shop for lower price. Like if it was 1 lakh, they would sell it at 30,000 rupees. And that's how they were making this scheme and making money out of it. They made almost 24 crore rupees by doing that. Eventually they were caught. So they are such people, right? They think I have some schemes and I will earn and all that. They go into illegal gratification, black market and all. He's enamored by possessions he has already, such as land, family, house, bank balance, and he's always planning to improve them. He believes in his own strength and does not know whether his gaining is due to his past good deeds. See, why some people are born rich in rich families? Because of previous past life. So past life has brought some pious karma, some punya, enough punya to take birth in a very rich family. Okay, but he should know that, okay, this is all coming from my past karmas and all that. Therefore he has to make his present karma good, right? If his present karma is not good, then what will happen? Then again his next karma, next life won't be pleasant. Okay, his next life won't be pleasant. It will be um, some animal life and all that, or in a poor family. He's given an opportunity to accumulate such things, but he has no conception of past causes. He simply thinks that all his mass of wealth is due to his own endeavor. He thinks all this is because of his own endeavor. A demoniac person believes in the strength of his personal work, not in the law of karma. According to law of karma, a man takes his birth in a high family or becomes rich or very well educated or very beautiful because of good work in the past. The demoniac think that all these things are accidental and due to the strength of one's personal ability. He thinks that in my present life, I am doing all this. Okay? Well, nobody does any activity if he doesn't have the ability in them, right? That person should have the ability to do these things. Like, take these examples of Ambani, Adani, Birla and Tata and so many, Elon Musk and all that. They work hard, right? Sports people, Virat Kohli, Zarendra Singh, Dhoni, they are working very hard, right? Therefore they earn that much, isn't it? Rohit Sharma and all, you agree, right? Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, so they are doing it because they have that ability. See, we have a certain ability in us. You have an ability, I have an ability, and they also have an ability. Their ability is more than us. This is agreeable, right? Definitely their ability is more than us. Now, Krishna says, I am ability in man. So let's go to that verse. Yeah, this one. This is 8th verse. I think it's 9.8. No, 7.8. 7.8. रसोहम अपि कौन्तेय प्रभास्मि शशि सूर्यः प्रणव सर्ववेदेषु प्रणवः शब्दः के पौरुषम निषु पौरुषम पौरुषम means purushartha means sorry paurushama is means ability. So Krishna says I am the ability in man. So whatever ability you have, I have, and they have, it's coming from whom? It's coming from whom? You there? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So who is giving this ability?
God, Prabhuji, Supreme God, Lord Krishna.
Krishna is giving the ability. He's saying here,
Hmm?
I am giving the ability. So if
Yeah.
anybody is having that ability to do anything, then it comes from Krishna. So Krishna
Yeah.
can take it back, right?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Krishna can take it back.
Yes, yes.
Can you give me an example where Krishna gave the ability and then took it back?
Uh, okay. Prabhuji cannot remember. Recollect.
Okay. When we
Maybe
were
Prabhuji
babies,
like Prabhuji Karna, like he forgot in the end to
yeah,
use his.
fine. Karana is all okay. We can tell a lot of stories.
Yeah,
Let's
Prabhuji.
talk about you and me.
Hmm.
I'll tell you very simple. This is very simple to understand. When we were babies, were we able to walk, talk, run a business, go to office? No, right?
No, Prabhuji.
So the
No.
ability came over the period of time, right?
Yes, 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 Prabhuji.
After we retire, we'll be able to work as we worked in the youth age.
No, it will reduce, like it will diminish.
Ha!
Yeah.
I have one of my companies actually head India head now.
Uh,
He retired And in his speech, he was saying, now I've become 60, he said.
uh,
I'm not able to be as active as I was 20 years
mm,
back. You know?
yeah,
So it is the same thing, the same body and all that, but with progress of time, the ability decreases, right?
yes, yes,
So
yes, Prabhu.
ability is something given to us and it's taken back. This is our day-to-day experience, right?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
A
Yeah.
woman's ability to bear a child is only for few years.
Yes,
After 50,
yes,
she cannot bear. Na?
true, Prabhuji.
So like that, you know, that ability is given and it's taken. So coming back to our original point, the demoniac people think that I did it. Of course, they did
Mm,
it. They put in efforts, but they should always remember that ability is coming from Krishna. This is our devotee thinks, and therefore you will see all the bhaktas, all the Shuddha bhakta, when they are glorified, when they are glorified, that you did this, you did that. What is the answer? The answer will
Krishna,
be like, yeah, it is because
Krishna.
of Krishna's mercy that I did. There is this famous dialogue in Ramayana by Hanuman
Mm,
where he says, I could jump over this sea and all that just because of
your
Sri
mercy.
Ram's
Yeah,
mercy, Sri
Sri
Ram's
Ram.
kripa. Otherwise, it's not possible for me. Like that, he was saying,
Yes, yes.
right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, yeah. So let's get back. This is very important point to understand that the ability comes from Krishna,
Yeah.
and therefore we should give back the results that we get to Krishna, right? I'll tell you a simple thing. Our children, they will grow one day. Like we
Yes.
are children to our parents, right? When we started earning, we should give back to our parents, na? They have put in so
Right,
much effort in growers and all that, right?
right, Prabhuji.
At least we should take care of them in their old age.
Yes, yes, yes.
So that's the thing. We should have the gratitude. So if we understand that this ability is given to us and it can be taken from us, it will be taken from us. That is for sure. At the time of that, all the abilities are taken away. So we should give it back. First, we should give it back to the family members, society, and ultimately to Krishna. Like that it is.
Mm,
So there is this cycle of reciprocation of gratitude. Okay. The demonic people, they don't do this. They are never grateful.
mm,
Okay. They do not set any arrangement behind all the varieties of people, beauty, and education. Anyone who comes in competition with such demonic man is his enemy. There are many demonic people, each is the enemy to others. This enmity becomes more and more deep between persons and then families and then societies and at last nations. So you see, this instead of being grateful to persons, families, societies, nations, what is happening? Enmity is getting generated, right? Enmity is getting created. Why? Because there is no concept of gratefulness. Therefore, there is constant strife, war, enmity all over the world. Each demoniac persons think that he can live at the sacrifice of all others. Generally, a demoniac person thinks of himself as supreme God, and a demoniac preacher tells his followers, why are you seeking God elsewhere? You are all yourself gods. Whatever you like, you can do. Don't believe in God. Throw away God. God is dead. These are demoniac preachings. Although the demoniac person sees others equally rich and influential, or even more so, he thinks that there is no one is richer than he, and that no one is more influential than he. As far as promotion to the higher planetary system is concerned, he does not believe in performing yajnas or sacrifices. Demons think that they will manufacture their own process of yajna and prepare some machines by which they will be able to reach any higher planet. The best example of such demoniac was Ravana. He offered a program to the people by which he would prepare a state case that anyone could reach the heavenly planet without performing sacrifices such as prescribed in the Vedas. So without performing the sacrifices, Ravana was giving chance to go to the higher planets, the heavenly planets. So he was breaking basically the rule. Without studying, somebody gives you the question paper. Here, take the question paper one night before and pass and become first and all that. Right? This is what Ravana was doing. This is illegal. Similarly, in the present age, such demonic people are striving to reach higher planet system by mechanical arrangement, spaceships and all that. They are examples of bewilderment. The result is that without their knowledge, they are gliding towards hell. Here, the Sanskrit word Mohajala is very significant. Jala means net, like fish caught in a net, and they have no way to come out. 16.7. Atma samavitah stabda. Dhanamana madanvitah yajante nama yagnaste dambhavena dam, dambhena vidhi avidhi purvakam. Dambhena vidhi purvakam. Avidhi purvakam. Without following the rules and regulations. Self-complacent and trying and always impudent, deluded by wealth and false prestige. They sometimes proudly perform sacrifices in the name only, without following any rules or regulations. Thinking themselves all in all, not caring for any authority or scripture, the demoniac sometimes perform so called religious or sacrificial rites. And since they do not believe in the authority, they are very impudent. This is due to illusion caused by accumulating some wealth and false prestige. Sometimes such demons take up the role of preacher, mislead the people, and become known as religious reformer or as incarnations of God. They make a show of performing sacrifices. So there are many fake people. They say, I am God. In India, there are many. In a year, one or two are always caught. Common men advertise them as God and worship them, and by foolish, they are considered advanced in principle of religion or in the principles of spiritual knowledge. They take the dress of the renounced order of life and engage in all nonsense in that dress. Actually, there are so many restrictions for one who has renounced this world. The demoniac, however, do not care for such restrictions. They think that whatever path one can create is one's own path. There is no such thing as standard path one has to follow. The word avidipurvakam meaning a disregard for rules and regulation is especially stressed here. These things are always due to ignorance and illusion. So this is the way they act, just for name and fame, without following the rules and regulations. Okay, definitely. What will happen? Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha samsmitaha माम आत्मा परदेहेषु प्रद्विषन्तो अभ्यासूयकः. Bewildered by false ego, strength, pride, lust, and anger, the demons become envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is situated in their bodies and the bodies of others, and blaspheme against the real religion. They start their own religion, and they say this religion is wrong. The Vedic religion is wrong, like that. The demonic person, always being always against God's supremacy, does not like to believe in the scriptures. He is envious of both the scriptures and the existence of Supreme Personality God. This is caused by his so-called prestige and his accumulation of wealth and strength. He does not know that the present life is a preparation for next life. See, this is the point I was trying to say. Present life is what?
Preparation.
Preparation for the next life.
Right.
If somebody knows this, then they will try to rectify themselves in the present life, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, not knowing this, is actually envious of his own self as well as others. He commits violence on others body and his own. He does not care for supreme control of personality of Godhead because he has no knowledge. Being envious of the scriptures and supreme personality of Godhead, he puts forward false arguments against the existence of God and denies the scripture authority. He thinks himself independent and powerful in every action. He thinks that since no one can equal him in strength, power, and wealth, he can act in any way and no one can stop him. If he has an enemy who might check the advancement of his sensual activities, he makes plans to cut him down by his own power. It's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Any question? Any question anyone has? Question or comment? Okay. Tanaham द्विशतः क्रूरान् संसारेषु नराधमां क्षिपामि अजरसम अशुभान् अशुश्रिव एव योनेषु. Tad aham means I. Tanaham dvisataha kururan. So Krishna is going to do something. What? Those who are envious and mischievous, who are lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life. Krishna thinks such people, I just put them into demonic species of life. Which are the demonic species of life? Can you name?
Probably like Rakshasas.
Huh? Rakshasas, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Even animals also. Animals
Animals.
also don't live very peacefully, right?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
They're always fighting. That's also kind of demoniac only.
Mm.
Cow is a very nice.
Sober, yeah.
Ah,
She's peaceful. Yeah.
yeah. So in this verse, it is clearly indicated that that the placing of particular individual soul in a particular body is the prerogative of the supreme will. So ultimately, who is placing them in various bodies? Krishna is placing them according to one's karma. Okay, that is there. Definitely, according to one's karma. The demonic person may not agree to accept the supremacy of the Lord, and it is a fact that he may act according to his own rules. But his next birth will depend on the decision of the Supreme Personal Godhead and not on himself. So, this is for the demonic person. Those who rectify it, then they know where they are going, right? In a Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, it is stated that an individual soul after his death is put into the womb of a mother, where he gets a particular type of body under the supervision of the superior power. Therefore, in the material existence, we find so many species animals, insects, men, and so on. All arranged by the superior power. They are not accidental. As for the demoniac, it is clearly stated, it is said here that they are perpetually put into the wombs of demons, and thus they continue to be envious, the lowest of mankind. Such demonic species of men are held to be always full of lust, always violent and hateful, and always unclean. The many kinds of hunters in the jungle are considered to belong to the demoniac species of life. So in the jungle now there are many jati of hunters. That is also demoniac. Okay. Why? Because they are killing animals and there will be definitely some reaction, terrible reaction. Asurim yoni apanna. See, asurim yoni. They are put into asur yoni in the bodies of asuras. Mudha janmani janmani. Janmani janmani. Mudha janmani janmani. Mam अप्राप्यैव कौन्तेय ततो yanti adhamam gatim. Attaining repeated birth among the species of demoniac life, O son of Kunti, such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. Now, important question. God is all merciful, but he is putting them into abominable existence. What is this? It is known that the God is all merciful, but here we find that God is never merciful to a demoniac. It is clearly stated that demonic people, life after life, are put into the wombs of various demons and not achieving the mercy of the Lord. They go down and down, and at the end, they achieve bodies like cats, dogs, hogs. It is certain. It clearly stated that such demons have practically no chance of receiving the mercy of God at any stage of later life. In the Vedas, also, it is stated that such persons gradually seem to become dogs and hogs. It may be then argued in this connection that God should not be advertised as all merciful, or should not be advertised as all merciful if he is not merciful to such demons. The answer to this question in Vedanta Sutra, we find that the Supreme Lord has no hatred to anyone. So the Supreme Lord is like a judge. If the judge says that this criminal goes to 10 years of jail, is the judge cruel? Is the judge cruel? Huh? Is the judge cruel? Tell me. If the judge orders that this particular criminal is going to 10 years of jail, and everyone looks at the judge and says, "You are not merciful," is the judge to be blamed?
No,
Why?
because it's dangerous if they will again do such mistakes and they are not recovered. So it is dangerous for others also and for himself also.
Okay. But is the judge to be blamed?
No, he has to be appreciated because he is merciful for giving the punishment.
Is he merciful or what is he? He is neutral. Judge is neutral, right? Judge has
Yes.
nothing to do with the criminal nor the criminal act or something. He has to just pronounce the judgment. And when he hears, oh, okay, he did this, that, then according to the law books, he should be put into 10 years to jail. He's not doing it, oh, I don't like to see this person's face. Therefore, he's going to 20 years of jail. That's not the purpose, right? He's doing it like a neutral person who is deciding on the basis of law. Similarly, the Supreme Lord has no hatred to anyone. Neither the placing of the Asura, the demon in the lowest kind of life, is simply another feature of his mercy. Sometimes the Asuras are killed by the Supreme Lord, but this killing is also good. From the Vedic literature, we find that anyone is killed by Supreme Lord becomes liberated. There are many instances in history of many Asuras, Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyakashipu, to whom the Lord appeared in various incarnations just to kill them. Therefore, God's mercy is showed to the Asuras if they are fortunate enough to be killed by him. So again, is God all merciful? How will you explain? One point is he is actually neutral. If he himself kills, then what happens? Then the asuras, they get liberated, right? They get higher destination, isn't it? Can you give me one more reason how is all merciful? Hmm?
He's the super soul. He's the super soul of that living being,
Okay.
living entity. Even though it is a worm in the stool, also the super soul is there
Okay,
along
good.
with that living
Yeah,
entity.
yeah.
So
So
he's very
Krishna himself will
merciful
also
to
go
be with
with
that.
that living entity in whichever body he sends. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So in that way, Lord is very merciful. He is
Okay.
there with the living entity.
Okay. Any other reason you think that is all merciful? In the previous purport, Prabhupada said something. The hunters in the jungle are demoniac species of life. Let me ask you, who will save the hunters?
Only God, only Supreme Lord.
There is one more personality who will save. Who is that? If not God, then who? Valmiki Rishi was a hunter, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ratnagar.
Pure, mercy of pure devotee, Prabhuji. Mercy of pure devotee.
Spiritual master, yeah.
Yes. See, the greatest mercy of Krishna is his pure devotees. Always remember that.
Yeah.
If his pure devotee desires that this person should be saved, and if Krishna thinks this person should not be saved, what is Krishna going to do?
This is tough. Maybe he will give priority to the devotee. His
He will give priority to the devotee.
true devotee, yeah.
So there is this one very nice pastime of Ashwatthama. Ashwatthama, he was brought, right?
Yeah.
And he was to be killed. Okay, Ashwatthama was to be killed. Draupadi said, he killed my 5 sons, so he has to be killed. Right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
But when Ashwatthama came in front, what did she say?
She pardoned him. She said, no, he's a Brahman, he's a Guru's son. So whatever he has done is done. Now I will forget.
Okay. Who supported Draupadi?
I don't know, Prabhuji.
There are 5 Pandavas. Which Pandavas supported Draupadi?
Maybe Yudhishthir, I think.
Yudhishthir Maharaj. And who?
Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yeah.
And who all supported?
Prabhuji, no idea.
Nakula, Sahadev.
Yeah.
Did Krishna support? Whom he
No,
did?
no, Prabhuji, no, he did not support.
No, Krishna also later supported Draupadi. He said, yeah, she's saying right. We should not kill him. But there was one Pandava who was not listening. He was bent upon killing Ashwatthama. Who was he?
Arjuna, Prabhuji. Arjuna.
No.
Oh, Bhima. I think Bhima. It was Bhima.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it was Bhima.
It was Bhima.
So Bhima wanted to kill.
Mm-hmm.
But Yudhishthir, Nakula, Sahadev, Krishna and Draupadi, they didn't want him to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
Now Arjuna had this, what to do now? Should I kill him or not kill him? And what did Arjuna do?
He did not kill. I think he left him, but he took out his money.
There was a diamond on his forehead. It was giving him power. So he removed that. And then?
Cut his hair.
He cut his hair in such a way that he looks like a beggar. And when a fighter is insulted, it is almost like death.
Like a death. Worse than death, yes.
It is worse than death. So he killed and he didn't kill. That's how he listened. He killed as per Bhima and he didn't kill as per the Pandavas and Draupadi and Sri Krishna. Right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, who is more merciful? Krishna is merciful or Krishna's devotees are more merciful?
Yeah, Prabhu, devotees are.
Yeah, so whenever we talk about Krishna is all merciful, Krishna is not just Krishna. Always remember that. Krishna includes him. It includes his holy name. It includes his paraphernalia. It includes his holy places. It includes his devotees also. Okay. So any one of thing can be merciful. If Krishna is not merciful, any one of that can be merciful. The devotee can be merciful. Like that. So here Krishna may put them into demonic species, but his devotee will bring them back from demonic species. Okay. So even though, so one of the acharyas says that even though there is no chance of getting mercy of Krishna, but if there is a devotee, then he will get. And this acharya gives very nice example. He says sometimes, parents get very angry on the child. And they say, child, I will throw you in the jungle. How many parents do that in reality?
No
Huh?
one does that. No
No
one
one
does
does that. But how many parents do say that?
Lot of people, not many.
Almost
Not many.
all parents say that. So
Yes,
this
yes.
is what the Acharya says. When Krishna is getting angry over here, he's like that parent. Where he's saying, I will throw them in the jungle. But he's at the same time all merciful also. And he's greatest merciful when he sends his devotees. And his devotees he definitely sends. Okay. Okay, next. Trividham narkaya sedam dwaram nashanam atmanah kama krodhastatha lobha tasmad ete trayam tajet. Okay, there are three gates to hell. Gates to hell. What are those? Lust, greed, anger. Lust is
Lust.
unlimited enjoying tendency. I don't care of anybody. I will enjoy to the end. Anger is when one is angry, they do any illogical thing, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Greed at the expense of people, like I told you, they cheated cancer patients, right? Out of greed. Already the patient is paying so much, having the pain also, and upon these nurses, they are cheating them. You remember in COVID times, there was a lot of cheating going on medicines,
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
oxygen, what
Cylinders.
cylinders, right?
Yes, yes.
All because of greed.
Mm.
The beginning of demonic life is described here. When one tries to satisfy his lust, and when he cannot, then anger and greed arises. A sane man who does not want to glide down to the species of demonic life must try to give up these three enemies, which can kill the self to such an extent that there is no possibility of liberation from this material entanglement.
Prabhuji, this is very important. So more details can be found like these three uh, gates, lust, anger, and
Huh.
greed.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very thin line, but like people they don't come to know what is happening. Like it is a greed, why, whether it is a greed happening or it is like that.
Oh. Yeah, these two verses are very interesting. Dhayato, it's second chapter 62 and 63 verse.
Yeah.
Dhayato vishaya pumsam sangostesu pajayate sangat sanjayate kama krodho vijayate. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोह सम्मोहात् स्मृति विभ्रमः स्मृति भ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. When somebody contemplating on the object of the senses, he develops attachment for them. I want it, I want it, I want it. From this attachment, lust develops. I will enjoy when I have it.
Yeah.
When it comes or it doesn't come. When it comes, or let's say when it doesn't come, then anger arises. Why I'm not getting it? And when it comes, he enjoys it for some time, but then everything in this world is very limited. It doesn't give pleasure. So then anger arises. There has to be something better than this. Right?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji.
So from that anger, what happens? Complete delusion. He forgets. Bewilderment of memory. He may he may kick his father, mother, elders in this delusion. He forgets. His memory is bewildered. Intelligence is lost. He doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. When he doesn't know what is right, what is wrong, then he does what is wrong and he falls down again into the material pool. 2.62. I have this very graphic thing I always show.
Contemplating sense objects.
Somebody's contemplating on his, new devices. He becomes attached. He
Yeah.
goes and buys it. Then he's enjoying it. But the reality sets in. What? Next time there's a new product and everyone else has it and I don't have it. Then he is bewildered. He wants it. So he will sell his own family, everything. And then he will get what he wants. But next year, another product will come. And he will get more angry. Like that.
This is very nice, Prabhuji. This is very nice.
So
Very nice explanation.
2.62, 2.63.
And Prabhuji, greed also is like these two are covered.
Yes,
Lust
yes.
and,
Greed is also like that.
yeah.
Lust, greed, anger. Everything is linked, right? There is lust first,
Yeah.
then there is anger,
Yeah.
and then there is greed also. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All
Yeah.
three things are there. There are actually 6 anarthas, of which these 3 are very, very important. Uh, Lust, anger, greed, illusion, pride, envy. But you can say the next 3, right? Illusion, pride, and envy, these are byproducts of the first 3. Lust, greed, anger. Okay.
Anger, yeah. Lust,
Lust,
anger,
greed, anger,
illusion. Yeah. Illusion.
illusion, pride, envy.
Yeah. Right.
The beginning of demoniac life is described here. One tries to satisfy his lust, then when he cannot, anger arises, then greed arises, then he glides out. There is no possibility of liberation. एतेर विमुक्त कौन्तेय तमो द्वारस त्रिभिर नरः अचरति आत्मन श्रेयस ततो यति पराम गतिम. Those who escape these 3 gates of hell, they perform acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. So the transcendentalist spiritualists, they will do what? They will rectify them, they'll correct them, they'll do the acts which are conducive to self-realization. They will develop these kinds of qualities. Fearlessness, purification of one heart, and non-violence, truthfulness, gentleness, modesty, all this they will do to avoid those 3 gates of hell. And thus they attain supreme destination, liberation. And within liberation, they will attain liberation to the Vaikuntha planets. One should be very careful of these and 3 enemies to human life: lust, greed, anger. The more one is freed from lust, greed, anger, the more his existence becomes pure. Then he can follow the rules and regulations enjoined in the Vedic literature. By following the Vedic principles of human life, one gradually raises himself to the platform of spiritual realization. If one is so fortunate by such practice to rise to the platform of Krishna consciousness, then success is guaranteed to him. In the Vedic literature, the ways of actions and reactions are prescribed to enable one to come to the stage of purification. So all the actions that are mentioned in the Vedic literature, the rules, regulations, they are simply meant to come to the stage of purification. The whole method is based on giving up lust, greed, anger. By cultivating knowledge of this process, one can be elevated to the highest position of self-realization. This self-realization is perfected in devotional service. Now, bhakti can give ultimate benefit. From hunter to direct sadhu. No, it's like a lift. 100th floor building is there. You can climb the steps, right? Or you can take the lift. So bhakti is like a lift, directly takes to the 100th floor. It is very powerful. In that devotional service, liberation to conditioned soul is guaranteed. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, there are instituted. So the slow process is the 4 orders of the life and 4 status, that is Varnashrama Dharma. Okay. Ultimately, all of them have to come to the platform of devotional service. But some people are just, they are starting off, they're neophytes, so they will continue to following the rules and regulations of the Varnashram Ashram. There are different rules and regulations for different castes or divisions of society, and if a person is able to follow them, then he will automatically be raised to highest platform of self-realization, spiritual realization. Sorry, then he can have liberation without a doubt. Now, where all this information is given? शास्त्र यह शास्त्र विधिम उत्सृज्य वर्तते काम कर्ततः कारतः न स सिद्धम अवापनोति न सुखम न पराम गतिम. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims neither attains perfection, happiness, or supreme destination. So Shastra is very important. One should learn from Shastras. Then one will perfect. As described before, Shastra Vidhi, direction of the Shastras, is given to the different castes and order of human society. Everyone is expected to follow these rules and regulations. If one does not follow them, acts whimsically according to his lust, greed, and desire, then he'll never be perfect in his life. In other words, a man may theoretically know all these things, but if he does not apply them in his own life, then he is to be known as the lowest of mankind. See, lowest of mankind, Naradhama. Naradhama means they know what is right, what is wrong, but they don't apply in their life. Even if they apply, they will do it only for what? Show purpose. In the human form of life, a living entity is expected to be sane and to follow the regulations given by elevating his life to the highest platform. But he does not follow them. Then he degrades himself. But even if he follows the rules and regulations, moral principles, and ultimately does not come to the stage of understanding the Supreme Lord, then all his knowledge becomes spoiled. And even if he accepts the existence of God, he does not engage himself in the service of Lord. His attempts are spoiled. Therefore, one should gradually raise himself to the platform of Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It is then and there he can attain the highest perfectional stage, not otherwise. The word kama karataha is very significant. A person who knowingly violates the rules acts in lust. He knows this is forbidden, but still he acts. He is acting whimsically. He knows that this should be done, but he does not do it. Therefore, he is called whimsical. Such persons are destined to be condemned by the Supreme Lord. Such people cannot have perfection which is meant for human life. The human life is especially meant for purifying one's existence. One who does not follow the rules and regulations cannot purify himself, nor can he attain to the real stage of happiness. One has to follow the rules and regulations. There is no other. It should be according to Shastras. There is no other way. तस्मात् शास्त्रम प्रमाणम ते कार्य अकार्य व्यवस्थितो ज्ञात्वा शास्त्रम विधानोक्तम कर्म कर्तुम इहारसि. One should therefore understand what is duty, what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Just like government has laws. Now we are going to file taxes, right? So we should follow those laws. If you don't follow, then what will happen? The government will come after you, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, Prabhu.
What to speak of these scriptures? This karma will come after you if you don't follow.
Karma will come.
As stated in 15th chapter, all rules and regulations of the Vedas are meant for knowing Krishna. If one understands Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and he becomes situated in Krishna consciousness, engaging himself in devotional service, he has reached the highest perfection of knowledge offered by the Vedic literature. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made this process very easy. He asked people to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and to engage in the devotional service of the Lord and eat the remnants of foodstuff offered to the deity. Prasad khao, japa karo, या sankirtan karo. One who is directly engaged in all this devotional activity is to be understood as having studied all Vedic literatures. He has come to the conclusion perfectly. Of course, for the ordinary person who are not Krishna consciousness or who are not engaged in devotional service, what is to be done and what is not to be done must be decided by the injunctions of the Vedas. One should act accordingly without argument. That is called following the principle of Shastra. See, this without argument, right? It is not, does not mean blind following. Okay, it means you can seek explanation. Okay, you can always seek explanation. There is no doubt, there is no problem in it. Once convinced, then stop argument and follow it, right? But some people are what, even if sane explanations are given, they will still not listen, right? We know such people, we have seen. Even if given good explanations, these people they will do what? Hmm? They will still not follow. Shastra is without four principal defects. Which are those? Imperfect senses. Because of imperfect senses, one has a possibility. One can become illusioned. When they become illusioned, they commit mistakes. To cover those mistakes, one has to cheat. These are the four principal defects. These four principal defects are disqualify a person from following rules and regulations. Therefore, rules and regulations prescribed in Shastras being above these defects are accepted without alteration by the great saints, acharyas, and great souls. In India, there are many parties of spiritual understanding, generally classified as two: the impersonalists and personalists, the Brahmavadis and the Vaishnavas. Both of them, however, lead their lives according to the principles of Vedas. Both of them follow the Vedas. Whether they are Brahmavadis or not, whether they want to merge into the Brahman or they want to go to Vaikuntha planets, they will both will follow the Vedas. Without following the principle of scriptures, one cannot elevate himself to the perfection stage. One who actually therefore understands the purport of the Shastra is considered fortunate. The human society aversion to the principles of understanding the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the cause of all fall downs. This is the greatest offense of human life. Therefore, Maya, the material energy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is always giving us trouble in the shape of threefold miseries. This material energy is constituted of the threefold miseries, three miseries. Which are the threefold miseries? Adi Devik, Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautika. And they are coming from the three modes: Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. And how can we raise from the Sattvagun, Rajagun, Tamagun? We read that, right, in the 14th chapter.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Mam choyo vibicharena bhakti yogena sevate. Bhakti yogena sevate. If we do bhakti yogena sevate, then what happens? Saguna samityetan. One will overcome the guna, the three gunas. So how will you ever overcome the three gunas? If we first we have to raise ourselves to the mode of goodness, okay, and then take to devotional service. What happens in mode of ignorance and passion? They deride the scriptures, holy name, deride the proper understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They disobey the instructions of spiritual master, do not care what is the regulation of the scriptures. Therefore, come at least to the platform of mode of goodness. There, one can take to glories of devotional service. If one is properly guided by bona fide spiritual master, then there is success. One can lead one to the path of elevation to the higher stages, then one's life become successful. Any questions or comments? Any questions or comments?
Prabhuji, after reading, you don't recollect, like whatever we have read at that time, we remember, okay, this is like that. But after that, because these are so many important things, so many important
Yeah.
things. But we forget.
Did you ever give your 12th standard?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
How did you recollect? Which subjects did you take? Physics, chemistry, biology, or physics, chemistry, maths?
Maths, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Physics, chemistry,
Engineering.
maths, right?
Yeah,
How
Prabhuji.
did you recollect physics, chemistry, maths? What?
We were repeating like exercise being doing daily, like
Yeah.
some, yeah, like that.
Repetition is the key.
Yeah, yeah.
See, education or learning or studying, it has to be spiral.
Mm.
We start, we come to the same point, we again start, we do it one more time, we do it one more time, we continue doing one more time.
Mm.
See, Brahmaji studied the whole Vedas 3 times. Okay. So minimum 3 times we should study Bhagavad Gita.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes,
Minimum.
yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
We can just go on. We will remember. See, we did all these things. Physics, chemistry, mathematics. So many times we did.
Yeah, so many times, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Same we have to apply here, not a different. Only thing is that was rote memory. This is practice. We need to apply this practice in our life.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
there is realization. When there is realization, then you don't even need to remember the formula.
Yeah, that's true, Prabhuji.
Ha.
Yes,
We
Prabhuji.
don't remember 1 plus 1 is equal to 2
Yeah.
because we have realized it now.
Mm.
Even in our sleep, we are not able to forget it. Because once we realize it, then
Yeah, that's right.
okay.
That's right.
Any other question? Okay. So we'll stop here. Next, we will start with the 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Shubho
Krishna.
Kartika
Thank you very
Jai.
much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.